Welcome everybody to GoKart.Academy and 893 Motorsports. This is our first vlog, the road to professional racing.
Yeah, man, it's when Peter says that all the time, I'm just like, oh my gosh, they're like mind-boggling, right? But yeah, it's definitely the road to it, and man, 6 months has flown by.
Yeah, you know, we thought it would be important for all of you guys out there in the internet land to kind of know a little bit more behind the scenes of who we are, what we're all about, and why we're choosing to create this type of content. One of the things that we have clearly noticed as we got into karting back in September, October of last year in 2019 is that there just wasn't a lot of help. Guides, tutorials, walkthroughs, and workshops that really could get us up to speed on how to work on karts quickly.
Yeah, I mean, everything down to, you know, having to adjust chains all the time and differences and nuances between 2 strokes and 4 strokes. And it's not only for just us, you know, so we can help our boys. I think that for me, the lack of that was scary. And I think that's really why you and I are here, is to make those things not as scary and make it easier.
I think in a lot of ways, I think it can be pretty daunting to get into karting. And if we're intellectually honest, karting isn't a cheap sport to get into.
No,
not
at all.
I mean, you know, Jonathan's done racing before. He used to race Porsche. I've done racing before in a Lamborghini as well as a Radical, and those are expensive. Those are expensive in and of themselves.
Yeah, I mean, this is essentially Miata racing, as car guys would say.
It is like a spec Miata.
Yeah, it's like a spec Miata.
So we actually first met last year in October, I believe.
Beginning of October.
Beginning of October. And my son Joseph, I'd promised him that we'd finally allow him to get into karting, allow him to get into racing like his old man. And he'd been hounding me all of the early years of 2019, and I was just too busy. I had my own race car. I was trying to get rid of it, offload it, move on to the next thing. And finally, I went to the track, and we got my son a Praga kart over at AMP, and we had a first coaching session on that day. And then the second day that I showed up for coaching, you arrived.
Yeah, so my son kind of had the same thing. You know, we'd gone to AMP and gone go-karting and driven the double cart, and he absolutely loved it. And he always was bugging me when we go any place, can we take the 911? Can we take the 911? And I finally had, you know, I was like, fine, okay, your mother won't kill me. But, you know, him in his booster seat, you know, in the front seat of the 911, and absolutely loved speed. And so he, you know, through that, we decided, hey, you want to drive? And yeah, had to put me in. So yeah, I mean, we met on that day. You were there. We arrived. His cart was ready, and Joseph was going out. And yeah, it was perfect.
It really was a real blessing to be able to meet you on that day, because we were both literally green. Starting from base zero, we had chosen the route of let's buy a full cart from AMP, from the track itself, have the techs build it there. And that was just the way that I thought was the best way to get into karting. However, you ended up buying a used cart for Maverick in the beginning, is that right?
Yeah. So essentially I you know, went to it, and I figured, you know, hey, look, you know, if he crashes, I'm not gonna be upset with a brand new one. Yeah, he's 6 years old, and so we went to AMP and we looked at the new Pragas, and they were shiny and and they were really nice, but they're expensive. So yeah, I mean, there was so we went down the route of a 4-stroke Comer, 4-stroke Honda on a kid cart, and I think it was a cheaper route to go, and it was perfect for him for the first month, and the way he grew out of it so fast was mind-boggling.
It was. I think we were running the same type of engine, right?
No, so you guys were running, I think, the Comer 50.
Oh, the Comer 50, that's right.
We were running the Honda G35, I think is what it was. Small, long, greedy.
And that right there is where the sound decided to die on us. So unfortunately, you guys don't get to hear the next 16 minutes of our first vlog. You know what? It is what it is. We're just glad that you guys are here, and we're just glad in many ways to be able to bring to you guys the world of karting. You know, so much of our journey and so much of the reason why we're creating this content again is because we, as green beans in the world of karting, had no resources to go to. Online resources were sparse, in many cases they were outdated, and certainly when it came to video, guides, tutorials, and walkthroughs, there was almost none. And so we wanted to bring to you guys our experiences of getting into karting as two dads who have two sons who love racing just like they're old men. And we wanted to document this experience, but not only document and vlog the experience of our kids getting into karting and hopefully moving up in the ranks and having tons and tons of fun, but we also wanted to be helpful. And so we wanted to, because we're both mechs, we both love meching and teching on stuff and messing around with karts. We're pretty good and pretty handy with the wrench. We wanted to also give you guys tutorials and guides and walkthroughs of how to maintain a kart, how to prepare karts for sessions, how to make sure that they're race ready, how to make sure that you know how to break them down, fix parts, replace parts. In many ways, a go-kart's just like a race car. You expect parts to break like axles, like sprockets, like all sorts of stuff. So we wanted to bring that all to you guys. So thanks again for being here for our first vlog. Please make sure that you check out www.GoKart.Academy. Sign up there. That's going to be our community and forum. We've already posted some guides there, some tips on how to get into go-karting if you're a green bean like we were, as well as some tips on how to go faster and some guides on how to go faster in a go-kart. We're going to be adding lots of content there, and in the future, we're going to be having live streams, not only live streams, but we're going to be giving away swag and, well, what else do I need to say? Swag is great. Free stuff is great. Discounts are great. We want to bring the world of karting to you guys, and we're glad you're here. So check out GoKart.Academy, sign up, and obviously smash the like button and subscribe. Thanks so much again for being here, guys. We love bringing this world to you. Signing off, it's Peter and Jonathan, I guess, even though he's not here, guys. Have a great one. We'll see you guys next time.